Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hunter the Requiem. To summarize, they went to the Big Apple to find fame and fortune.
What? No.
And very quickly, they found, instead of that, a murderer.
Well, you don't.
Some-
And I'm in the
That's not normal.
hospital still.
That's not normal. No, you're not in the hospital
No,
anymore.
you got out.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I did get
Got
out.
skipped.
Right. I
You've
forgot.
fully recovered, so it's been a bit. And you fully recovered, you've gotten out of the hospital. And now, y'all are investigating somebody who seems to be taking the guise of a hook hand killer.
Mm.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that now.
You guys are also staying in a parking garage owned by a semi-shady businessman.
Semi.
By a shady businessman.
No. I'm more focused on the semi part of that.
No, I thought it was the joke on he weighs like a semi.
Yeah,
that's what I was
saying
going
the exact
for.
Same thing. The
He
size
is
of
a
a
little
semi.
chunky. But I think, you're problematic for pointing that out. But the very last thing that happened was you guys were having a discussion about what you could find on this guy, which wasn't too much yet.
And then I felt a disturbance in the force.
And you want to check to see if there are any supernaturals nearby, and you did detect something downstairs, which is what you're going to go check.
Yeah, we're all going down there now, I guess. Do we need to, make a stealth roll, I guess?
Oh, no.
Because we need to sneak to the guy.
Well, here's what you guys are seeing as you come downstairs before you do anything. There is a small security office with, you guys are far enough away that I'm not going to call for a stealth roll yet. You can see, actually, yeah, if you guys, I'm going to ask before anything else, a wits awareness from whoever wants to give it to me.
I'll do it.
Yeah, okay, difficulty 3, and then more information on 4.
Would I also try it?
Yeah.
Anyone can, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna phrase that poorly.
I only got
anyone who wants to go, just fucking roll.
I got nothing. I only one success.
5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more D10. There's the 7th one.
Also, I'm counting this as against the quarry, quote unquote. So,
I got 7 successes. It is against a quarry.
I dropped my 7th dice.
I got 2, so I saw nothing.
I don't know if you all need to roll. I think Ethan got you covered.
Well, I wanted to anyways.
4,
Fair
5,
enough.
6,
Most
7.
of it's Ryan.
9 successes.
Oh, fair enough.
Critical.
So there's 2 things
Nothing.
you guys know. So before Ethan and Igor, before you even leave, you realize something looking up. This place has security cameras, and where you're detecting, you believe was a security office earlier. But there's also something else you notice. Around, you see all these, small, circular sort of ones, the kind you see in stores. But you kind of notice from here that there's no glint, there's no light. You think they might be hollow, and you notice instead small peepholes sort of drilled into the ceiling at a much subtler angle, which are the real cameras.
Wait, peepholes in, the ceiling of the security office, or the ceiling of, the structure?
The ceiling of the structure.
So they already see it.
Clever.
Well, you guys are still in the RV, I'd assume.
Okay. So
Yeah, because Kai said
so
before
they
we
have-
even step out.
So they have fake security cameras.
So
That's not actually uncommon in real life.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have
Ethan-
fake security cameras.
so fake security cameras that are essentially just distractions.
From the
To the
real,
real
ones.
Potentially. Yeah, Ethan just goes, that's clever.
So yeah, since you got
Of
Fake
what?
security. There are fake security cameras.
Oh, so you picked up on it too?
I mean, yeah, look at it right there.
I mean, yeah, the interesting part of the drill holes next to it.
Who
Wow, I
makes
didn't-
peepholes in concrete?
Exactly. That automatically means that they're a camera.
Wow, I didn't notice any of that.
You need glasses.
Well, to be
No, I
fair,
don't need
they're meant to
glasses.
not be seen right away. Someone has to physically point them out. That's their design. So, no harm, no foul.
I
I
mean,
look
I
at.
can-
I've been doing this for too damn long. As he says with his head down.
Can you tell? Can I
Monty
ask
just
Igor?
pats Ethan on the shoulder.
Oh, for the love of God. Okay, I ask Ethan, Igor. Oh wait, no. Since the people they can't really tell the type, I'm gonna go grab the the hypertech gadget I made for the other security cameras from that other company to see. I guess we can't tell if it works or not, but I mean it does work on other security cameras, I would assume.
Oh yeah, I wonder if this is the same company actually.
Ooh.
It's a good
But we
point.
don't.
That's a good question.
I mean, we can't tell if it turns off because, well, but. I mean, I guess I could whip up one real quick of just normal security cameras and have both.
Investigating.
I want to see if I can remember. I want to go see if I wrote down what it was called.
if you want to try to take over the security cameras, since there's no real way to gauge this, I'm not going to state the difficulty, but it will be an intelligence technology check.
Yeah! Yeah, I have 7 of those. Let's hope that fucking works here.
Was this before or after Protocol Black? Nope, that's the same one. It's okay.
This was the ghost.
Yeah, I'm looking for the name of that place.
I mean, we can't tell because it's a peephole, so.
Still, I want to have if we can figure it out at some point. I would love to.
I mean,
You know, get
I guess for sanctity is it Kai, because I'd have to add like a few extra dice due to the other technology, like due to creating that with my specialty or whatever, the improvised gear or whatever.
Yeah.
My character
I will
would not
reveal in
know.
this case that it's not.
Okay.
But you can still attempt to use it to take down normal.
I
security
will.
cameras.
Yeah, I'm just seeing. Okay,
was
so-
it called Zelbo?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that it? Okay.
Okay.
But I believe in you.
Five successes.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm not gonna use willpower because it was just 2 that I didn't succeed on.
So you are able. You were able to get through. You were able to, you think, get through and shut it off, but unfortunately, you weren't able to get into the feed itself to fully confirm. You just know that the program you ran should sort of stall out the system, but you also know it's not going to last forever. So whether or not you did it, you'll have to get on the move. You have to get on the move because it's only going to overload the system for a couple minutes at most.
Well, I couldn't get into the feed to tell if I actually got into it, but if I did, we only have a little bit, so let's go to see.
But not for me. I'm gonna get my gun.
I already have my shotgun with me. Ethan's out here reloading his fists like Henry Cavill.
I was actually about to say that.
I knew it. I felt it in my soul too, bro.
So are we all gonna go?
I think we all agreed to, yeah.
Monty over here fucking pointing the cane like a gun.
So
Ox gun. Or cane, sorry.
Cox cane.
Like Shadow with the SMG, like it's a shotgun.
Alright.
you guys are able to get past the security cameras without any major incidents happening. and you come down towards this small office. It has these sort of bulletproof-looking windows on the side, a wooden door at the front, a small slot to put things through, and it looks like the door is not locked with a key, but a passcode. You can also see someone rummaging around inside. It's hard to tell much about them from this side, other than that they are wearing a brown coat and have sort of shaggy brown hair.
That's not the big fat guy.
Bulletproof glass, but wooden door.
Can I try and hack into the fucking keypad panel?
I say luck roll to just guess the password.
Well, we don't know if it's gonna set off an alarm. Well, if you do it wrong too many times, 'cause who the hell knows what this guy has?
I mean,
you know
I could do an investigation on the lock panel to see if I
Yeah.
can see which key numbers
I
are
could
most
test to
used.
see if it's just open, since this guy seems to be rummaging.
That also.
Yeah, well, let's try Montgomery first, but we need to quickly do the one of the, you know what? Do the investigation along the Montgomerys.
Would that be deduction out of curiosity?
That would be putting your hand on the door and trying to open it.
No, I'm talking about the other one. The what? What?
I wouldn't really say so. It's not like really connecting any evidence.
Would it be intelligence investigation? I'm just trying to gauge what would be rolled. So
Probably
that-
intelligence investigation.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So
He's open?
Montgomery, you go over and it doesn't immediately open, but I am actually going to ask for a what do I call this?
Stealth roll.
Are they gonna notice?
Well, first of all, you know what? Let me do a small roll real quick. I'm also going to ask while I'm doing this for an intelligence awareness from you, Reese.
For me?
Is it a push, not a pull?
It's such a funny thing to do to players.
What?
Push, not pull.
Man, just
He
throw it
never
open.
said if he pushed or pulled it. I'd be a dick if I did that.
Be very
Why won't this
insistent
door
with
open?
this.
Have you tried pushing it? Oh, I've been pulling it. Pushes it. Man.
I've never met Patrick Star in real life, but
Okay, dice. Wits awareness. 4. It's a crit.
All right.
I had
So-
3 dice.
As you're pulling on it, you realize something. This is not. The door isn't locked. It's jammed.
Oh shit.
Ethan.
It seems like there's something
Ethan, this is.
physically in the way.
Would
Yes.
I be able to tell if I could just bonk it open just with my shoulder with 1
Shoulder.
athletics and 3 strength?
Just ask Ethan to do it.
It is physically possible, yes, but
You have
So,
a guy for
Ask
that.
Ethan to do it.
You literally called
Ethan,
the guy
door.
for it.
Ethan, door.
Do it, Steven.
Really? This is what I'm
It's
what I'm gonna
jammed.
do.
Not on
all right.
not locked.
Oh.
Strength athletics with your specialty to shoulder checking.
Shoulder check.
I know you don't
Wait.
have that.
Okay, I was about to
Yes.
say.
Yet.
That would be a great specialty, though.
Yeah, I
That would
can't
be
can I
a
argue
shit.
brawl.
Thesis shoulder checking.
Anyways, just slam into the door, buddy.
Alright.
Shoulder check a fucking
I would love
computer
to see.
and it
I would love to see.
searches what you need.
I would love to see strength brawl for this. Actually, that'd be great. Kai, please.
Just punch the door. You know what? Give me a strength brawl to punch the door open if
Yeah.
you really want to.
So 10 dice.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I'm imagining a kick, honestly.
Oh, well,
Oh,
that's
it's
8
a
successes.
Standing kick, door goes flying.
So, the door slams open, and not only does it slam open, the chair that was propped underneath the doorknob slams into the back wall.
I just want to say this. Ethan goes over, opens, like, tries to open it, feels jammed, and he goes, "Oh, please stand back." as he kicks it at the doorknob at an angle, and it sends everything flying. He goes, "It's open now."
I assume the guy knows now.
Yeah.
You see the person jump and turn around, jump up slightly and turn around.
Aim
As they
guns, I
just
would assume everyone is.
they stare at you, very confused looking.
Is this not the bathroom?
I like that.
They seem to be, they
Also, you
don't
put that in the wrong chat.
That's fine.
Two notable things about them. They seem to be staring for a second, particularly hard at your lips.
Whose lips? Ethan's or just ours?
Yeah, Ethan's as he's talking.
Oh,
God damn it, I did it again.
like, is
You
this
got
person,
something?
is this person deaf?
Does anyone have languages ASL?
No. I mean, I don't think I set many languages.
They hold up a finger as they
Which
reach
one?
around in their pocket for a second. Pointer finger. And they pull out their phone and start typing into it before you guys hear text-to-speech voice reading out, "What are you doing?"
Alright, now I gotta
What are you
improvise.
doing? My girl's like, what are you doing?
Ethan walks in. He goes, "I genuinely thought this was the bathroom. Is it not?"
Why are you bringing guns to the bathroom?
I don't have guns
The
on me.
bathroom is very dangerous.
It's New York.
We're in
Oh,
New York.
them. I don't know what they're doing.
She just
I don't have a
stares at
gun,
you.
as you
He
can see.
he doesn't.
Uh,
Ethan, very importantly, doesn't have any like firearms on him.
Can I get a from whoever has the highest wits awareness?
I have 7 dice.
4 dice, yeah, it's
I have
definitely.
six.
I have
So go ahead,
3
Igor.
dice.
Actually, no. More than that, whoever has the highest intelligence in medicine actually makes more sense.
Oh,
for this.
until 5,
Ooh.
6. I have 7.
3. Yeah, I don't.
I have 2.
I have 2.
I guess it's me.
Hey!
You give
I
me
have 2 and it's only the intelligence.
Yeah, at 3 and it's only the intelligence.
Same.
Can you give me so Beth, since you have the highest,
Yeah.
can you give me an intelligence medicine difficulty, we're gonna call this a 4.
Okay. Ooh,
You got this.
I got exactly 4.
Let's
So-
go.
Woo!
As you look at her, there's something notable. Despite the fact she's watching your lips and reading them, her eyes are heavily, like, kind of whited over in a way that you recognize as being extreme glaucoma. Which would imply that she's mostly blind as well, yet somehow is still reading your lips.
How are you reading our lips when you're blind?
Boy, does
She
Ethan
narrowed-
immediately like stare.
Ma'am, you have glaucoma.
She just types again. I have enough of an impression of the... She just types again. Words reach you when they're supposed to.
No, they don't. That is not how your eyes work.
May I do an occult roll?
I was about to say, could I agree with that?
Can I do a sense the unnatural? We're gonna find out who the f this is.
Sure.
To all.
Yes.
Alright, let me see what I got
Give
here.
the occult roll, due to the very limited information you have, will be difficulty 6 right now.
Intelligence, wits, or resolve?
I'm gonna go with wits occult, because you're working for very little information. It's mostly just gonna be guesswork.
Both of them are the same for me.
I have a way out for her if this all ends up being.
I can roll for 5.
rolls.
I'm gonna roll that. Fuck it.
Oh man, I got 2.
My sense the unnatural roll was a 7.
Ooh.
All right. What do you specifically have with Sense the Unnatural again?
So it's I have hands free, so I don't need anything. Precision, so I know to the detail who it is in the building, and range. So I can go really far.
She
her?
is supernatural.
Oh, lovely.
I got a
Trials.
1 on my check, by the way, so I got nothing.
8 crit.
Okay.
This chick is confusing me.
There's a number of possibilities. I'll be honest, even with that, I'm not going to give you the exact answer because there's just too many possibilities. But from what you know, there's another thing as it could be. She could be psychic, and the lip reading is merely to throw you off. She could be a vampire who is artificially boosting her senses, and therefore might be able to have the vision of a normally sighted person.
Okay.
Werewolves, you believe, sometimes have similar abilities, but you know it's a little more common amongst vampires.
We haven't interacted with either of those things, so I can't ask if they feel different or not.
You technically have interacted with a vampire, but it's a very strange one.
But he can't really tell the difference between that and a
Yeah,
werewolf right now.
Yeah,
There
there's
are
just-
a couple things you can eliminate, though. Since she herself is supernatural, if that information's been shared with you, you know that there's not like a ghost reading for her or anything.
Yeah, as soon as I realized that, the first thing I do, because I'm assuming Ethan and Montgomery are up front, I just tag them in the back with my I just tap them on their back or something. As hey yo, this is thing. This is the thing.
He gives the look.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you hear from Ethan.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I gesture for Ethan to get closer.
I'm
Just
gonna
head-wise.
Just picture, just
Mhm.
I
Wait,
just
is it-
whisper. If you do, I'm gonna whisper in your ear. If they're a psychic, vampire, or werewolf.
I hope it's not the last one.
Let's hope it's not the last one.
She types again. I'm here to get back something that's rightfully mine.
How did that big man
what's
steal it?
Witches? I don't mean to pry on your personal life, but what is that item? Because we could be here
Film.
for 2 completely different things.
She just types back a tape.
Did that big man steal it or some shit?
Yeah, he's fucking shady.
The Gorged King is a glutton for privacy.
Okay,
The
so yes.
what? King?
Huh?
Gorge King?
I'm thinking psychic.
Yeah, I am too. Now with that for this.
Is there a
Or
is
vampire?
I don't know. Does that set off any?
Do you
bells
say
for anyone?
question, Montgomery? Do you say that last part loud?
I'm still whispering to him.
All right, I am real quick. Give me a second here.
Because he did whisper that other part to him earlier.
Me and him just fucking whispering to each other while everyone else is got their guns pointing.
My character's just yeah, he's a fucking bastard.
That motherfucker! A little crazed in her eyes.
You be happy you're not telling my girl any of that shit because she would have been blurting it out.
There's a reason we're not telling the rest of the group.
Can I get
Woo!
you, Reese, what do I call this?
I don't know.
Something subterfuge.
Yeah, a charisma subterfuge. No, I guess a
Charisma?
dexterity
Composure?
subterfuge. Yeah, composure subterfuge. Basically, like how subtle your lip movements are. This is a contested roll, so I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty is.
Yeah.
I agree.
Gonna use a willpower on that. That makes it better. 6 crit. I love having 5 resolve. It makes me able to just spam willpower very easily.
Fair.
Yeah, she's kind of built for this is the thing.
That's fair.
So, as you guys do that, as you guys are talking, she types on her phone and turns up the volume. Do not interfere in matters that aren't your own.
Huh?
I don't know if it
You're
came
looking
off
at
threatening
me
because of
and
the
Ethan.
phone.
Like, is she looking directly at me and Ethan?
Yes.
Ethan does in fact reply. I don't know if that came off threatening because it was text to speech, or if you meant it to. Whatever the case was.
Can I
again,
remember?
If
Question.
you're here for your own thing, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I was gonna ask. Can I remember seeing the big man like holding on to something, or like I'm putting something in like something important? Like in any point in time we've been here for the past few weeks. This could also be
sure.
for anyone, I guess, too, since we've all been here for that
If
amount of
anyone
time.
wants to recall that, they can give me a...
Be resolve something. Because you're trying to
I
recollect
guess
something.
resolve investigation, because it's like noticing a small detail.
That's 4 for
Well,
me.
this is me, not Ethan, asking. What exactly are we here for? Once again, I just want to refresh.
Okay, so what you're here for is just that you detected, what you're literally here for in this room is you detected a supernatural and wanted to go investigate.
You're looking at it right now.
It's about the
No, yeah, I just wanted to double
hook
check.
murderer.
The full thing, but we don't know that this is that. But I'm gonna roll 4 dice.
You said the hook murderer. I'm just getting that one correct.
Yeah,
or...
his name's Cropsy, yeah.
This is not hopefully not involved with this, but
Oh. Since you're here looking for a tape,
5 successes.
2 successes. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
re-roll
I got-
2 dice. I'm not gonna do that.
I only got 2. I'm only gonna take that 2 because I wasn't here as long as them.
Were you with them, Monty? Were you with them while they were checking out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you do remember that he had as you were driving away, you saw that he had a small box under his desk where he pushed in the cash, and you think you might have saw a couple other things in there. It did seem like a pretty secured spot.
Monty's just contemplating whether he should mention it or not.
Alright, but what were you gonna say? Ethan?
Ethan just kind of like leans away, like stops leaning towards Monty and just goes, "Well, you're here for a tape. Nothing wrong with that. I do have one question since since every now and then you ask us a question. Do you know about the hook murderer?
Are
or the
Oh,
murders that
shit.
have been going around with people being mutilated, like as though they've been attacked by a hook?
Mm-hmm.
She seems
Genuine
to think for
question.
a moment before she. Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, he just goes, genuine question, as he puts his hands in his pockets.
She seems to think for a moment before she types again and replies, "Real horror died in the 2000s."
Okay, so copycat, I was right. Cool, good to know. In
She
one
replies,
aspect.
"No."
Ah,
You know, she's just referring to like murders.
No.
What?
the one
What
that
do you
did
mean
the
by that,
original
then?
murders died in 2000, but I guess he came back, I'm guessing.
He's referring to horror films.
That's what I thought. I
Closer.
originally thought murder and like horror, but I was like, no, the horror film doesn't really make sense.
You hear her type, "I don't know what the voices mean, but I know what they don't."
Oh.
Psychic.
Ah.
I just say out loud.
Psychic.
Can I do it? Would that be another occult roll
I know,
to
man.
know what an abute is?
I'm gonna go with no on this one. I will say I did not list what the possibilities were. I did not list what she was. She is one of those three things.
Psychic, werewolf, or vampire?
I wasn't hiding a secret fourth option.
The voice is me. Imbued? No.
Okay, so not a copycat, the real horror died. Huh.
Interesting. Evan goes over and picks up the chair,
Oh my god!
and then
Her
he
eyes
sits in it.
trace-
No, and then he
Okay.
sits in it.
It breaks.
Wait,
Man.
how does it break under his weight but not the other?
Cause he just, well, first of all, she wasn't sitting in it, and second of all, he just slammed it full force into a
Oh,
wall.
that's right. He did.
And now he's on the floor sitting. Well,
She's
continue.
just staring at you.
I honestly, I appreciate the fact you committed to sitting down when you knew it was gonna break.
Have we committed? Have I cut the tension now? Are we
She
cool?
rolled- she lets out a slightly off-kilter chuckle. It sounds like a little deeper than you'd expect most people's to be, and a little louder.
Fair
Before she types again. Before she
Oh.
types again, the hook pulls the veil on all.
Oh my god, are we dealing with a ghost?
I mean,
As like
that's,
Ethan puts his hands down, like
Wait,
his head
well-
in his hands.
Original
Ooh,
horror
another
died,
ghost?
not a copycat. It's a ghost possessing someone, probably, if they're at least manifesting physically. Oh wait, no, never mind.
I fucking phrased that so poorly. I did not expect you guys to take. Okay.
Okay, rewind. Okay.
Did we guess wrong or right?
My
Very
dumbass
wrong.
lorehead fucking ass
I-
was like, talisman?
No,
For a second.
I fucked the whole thing up. You know what? She did not say original horror died. Look, here's a more accurate saying. In the 2000s, fear was born. In the 2000s, true fear was reborn, but it has died a phoenix death.
Hmm.
You speak in too many riddles.
I mean, it has many.
So you're not a
voices in its head.
vampire or a werewolf.
I mean, from what it sounds like, she has many voices. in
Ethan
her
says
head.
that out loud.
Yeah, and Mac says that back out loud.
She takes a moment.
Why can't vampires speak in riddles?
She just types, "I'm an oracle."
I
Okay.
turn real quick. I turn. Katie.
Wait, let me.
I just go.
Okay, this one, I think Igor's just gonna Take a
Most
picture.
vampires.
So as you
Okay,
take
can
that
we let
picture-
Ethan get his thing because we keep on interrupting him?
Sorry. Wait, no. That picture actually needs to be addressed first thing.
Well, that was gonna be after, but all right, fine, whatever.
Just
All right,
let him
fine,
take
fine.
the
Ethan,
picture.
go Ethan first, and if we'll still see the picture after. Ethan,
All I
was
was gonna say was, if you ever meet a vampire that speaks in riddles, they're either too old for you to comprehend, or two, you've already dead where you're standing.
Mm.
And if you're not dead, don't say vampire around them because they like to
Exactly.
kill people for that.
Exactly.
Oh.
All right, and so then you take the picture, right?
We hear a flash.
just click. I'm like, it's like it's a photo album. At this point, I am legitimately creating a photo album.
She rushes forwards and grabs the camera, and then not using her phone, she just speaks, "Give me the film."
No. Hell no. Hell no.
Hold on.
I mean, her
what?
hand's on the camera
There's gotta
already.
be. There's gotta be like. That's not fair. What the?
I would like to use repel the unnatural.
Ooh.
Yeah, because if I blast, I'm
Alright.
gonna kill someone, so I'm not gonna shoot my shotgun.
All right. Sure. Use repel the unnatural. Is there a system for them to resist that?
I believe so.
I think it's a part of the role.
Let me get the book open. Sorry, what? This is the reason I just need to actually commit to just making that giant thing so I can just look at it real quick.
Just an equipment.
Edges, yeah.
This is the 5th edition, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
On winning an edge test with a difficulty set by the storyteller. Well, his edge pool is resolve plus occult or science, depending on the
So there's not
endowment's
a way
nature.
to.
But it does, upon winning an edge test with a difficulty set by the storyteller, default is half the creature's composure plus resolve, or just the standard difficulty of the creature.
All right.
This is the wiki, so it may just be very shortened, but I feel like that's pretty concise about what it is.
All right. So that is going to be a. I just had it open. Give me a second. Where the fuck did it go? I just had it open. There you go. Alright, that is going to be a difficulty... that is going to be a difficulty 4? Difficulty 3, actually, sorry. We're looking at that.
Raw.
He probably beats that.
8 crit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did
Alright.
have to spend a willpower.
Not my willpower.
She lurches backwards.
I'm specifically aiming it so that it's like get in the corner. You know?
She's like... is that really something you can aim?
By moving so that when they go away, they're going
Fair.
towards a wall.
What perks do you have with that?
I have ward, which increases the distance, and hands free.
So, she is getting slowly pushed into the corner, but you also can see that, like, her eyes are getting more wide.
Let's
Question, do I
calm
even-
down.
Like, she looks like a cornered animal more than anything.
My
Do I still
What
have
is
my
it?
film? Do I still have my camera in my film?
Yes. She was forcefully lurched back.
let's all calm down.
Yeah. Why don't you explain to us why you need the film?
I think that's why she's getting the tape.
Oh, that makes sense.
She does not seem to be. She's staring past all of you.
Can I go and like to my own like film and like break off the piece that would be her?
Also, can I look
Yeah.
backwards to see what she might be looking at, possibly?
I mean, it would.
I will just tell you this: you do not see anything.
Okay.
But yeah, can I do that?
Yes.
I'll toss it to her.
She grabs it as she and slips it into her pocket.
While they're doing all this, I look up to hopefully see my friend.
You do see somebody floating above you.
Somebody, not your friend.
Somebody, not my friend.
It is your friend. It is your friend.
Oh, okay.
I look and
You gotta-
just give. I give.
Man
I give-
looks up, sees the Nosferatu. Oh, looks back as if he didn't see anything.
No, I look up and
You
just go
shouldn't be here.
like I give her the look of like Oracle. Really? Acting that way as an Oracle?
They give a so-so hand motion. As you actually notice the person with milky eyes stare directly at where the ghost is.
Oh.
Oh, the Oracle can
He-
see the ghost. That's
Ethan just puts
interesting.
up a finger like a quiet shush. As Ethan will do something if she even attempts to mention it.
She just stares before staring back down.
So what's going on then? Why are you going all nuts over a photograph?
Look at this photograph.
She pulls out her phone. Can't be seen.
And she sets off the explosions in the building.
Da-da-da-da.
She did. Help me find the tape.
Okay,
We'll forget
okay.
it all.
All right, fine.
Can I do an investigation? A wits investigation to try and help her find it?
Well, first of all, Monty,
Yes.
at this point, would you like to mention what you remembered from earlier? You don't have to, I'm just asking.
I think I may know where the tape is.
Oh.
I can trust you to be civil if I stop repelling you.
She nods her head.
Give relinquishers the power for the moment.
She catches her breath. Though, actually, can somebody give me a wits awareness?
I got the 7.
Yeah, probably Igor.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4,
I'm gonna
5,
call this a
6,
difficulty 5.
Jesus.
It
All
is
right. Yeah.
technically possible for me, so I'm gonna still roll.
Yeah. Please. Anyone who think they might be able to get it, please do.
Technically, Monty can get it
Technically.
with 3 dice.
I can technically
So
get
could
it with
I.
my 5.
Fuck it, we
I'm
all
just
roll.
gonna
Nice.
choose not
And remember,
to.
4,
You can still
5,
pop. Yeah, you can
6,
just not. And
7.
remember, you
I'm-
can still pop crits, but this counts as a quarry, so you have a chance of increasing.
Yeah, no. I'm not
Oh, we're
gonna-
good.
Yeah, I
8
did not.
successes.
I'll just.
I only got
Alright.
2.
So, Igor, I will note this for you. You notice that she's breathing, but it seems forced, oddly hollow. Shallow might be the best word. Like,
Oddly shallow.
breath isn't reaching very deep into her body. Her
What,
chest is
this-
only
wait,
barely rising despite how much she's gasping.
Is
She is-
this fake? Is she like fake breathing?
It seems artificial, very forced is the best word for it.
I don't
she's
see
a
it.
fucking vampire. God damn it.
Yeah. Is there a way? Is there an additional roll that I could try and do to like figure out what it is?
context clues.
I don't know what you mean by that in this context.
I mean, like it seems it's forced, oddly shallow, like almost like it's artificial. Can I tell whether or not this is her acting like she needs to breathe, or if she's actually trying to breathe and just can't do it?
Oh,
with the amount of success you got, I'll tell you this: she's not acting. It's more of a. It's not what her body naturally does, and it's very forced, but not like in an acting sense. It's forced in the same way you might like force grab and yank really hard on one of your limbs while panicking.
Okay, I'm like you're breathing hard. You okay? You don't look like you breathe.
Bruh, she just tried to rush you when she said she didn't want her face. What do you think is gonna happen?
Hey, what trying to
Swap
figure out? It doesn't.
The
She doesn't look.
subject.
Hey, I'm sorry. It just looks like breathing is fake. I don't know what to do. All right. Jesus.
if you need help, we can totally help you.
We need more allies in this city than we need enemies.
Yeah.
She types back. She just types back. This is my malady. No, this is my cure, not my disease.
Somehow that is more cryptic.
May I do a roll after hearing that?
Sure. What kind of role?
I feel like if I heard that, and I've been around the block a couple of times, I feel like that would really tell me what type of supernatural this is.
She said she was an oracle, but I don't know what that means.
Exactly,
Mhm.
and I feel like kind of dive
I
on
think
that.
she might be a Malkavian out of character.
Right as I, out of character, sent basically the same thing to him in PM,
Oh.
a real life show of the difference. He sent a gif of a dancing rat.
Oh, well, what's
Is
the
this straight up
what's
about-
the
wait,
role
is this
then
not-
for Ethan, Amaka?
Sorry. So if you want to know this, I'm gonna call that I guess a cult resolve.
May I
I'd
get on
also
that
like to
wagon?
make that.
In this case, no. This is specifically
Oh.
him recalling his interactions and memories. This is a role for him
Fair
specifically.
enough.
Okay, then it can I make a roll through the books that I've read in the RV, see.
How about we let him roll first and decide if we even need to do that?
Okay.
Sorry. That is going to be, I'm gonna say in this case, a difficulty 5.
That's steep. Let's see if I
Or-
get it.
Difficulty, yeah, well, they're very,
Two,
You can
unfortunately.
you can re-roll.
yeah, you can.
What's my willpower at?
You regain some equal to whatever your highest between your resolve and composure at the beginning of every session.
Yeah.
You're probably at max because you
wow.
don't re-roll at all. You rarely re-roll, so you're
Yeah,
at
I'm
max,
still
most
at
likely.
5 willpower. Sure, I'll use a willpower.
Well, it's superficial willpower. You're not going down to 4 willpower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 4, unfortunately,
Damn.
so it's still a fail.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Alright,
If Beth would like to roll now, if she more than welcome to.
I might have
She
set that
does do a lot of
difficulty
research in
high.
character.
I do.
You know, I think I actually set that difficulty a little too high, so with how much you got, I'm gonna lower that difficulty down to 4 for Beth.
Okay.
Uh,
What am I rolling
I
specifically?
wanted
in
to
this
roll.
case, as opposed to I'm gonna call this as opposed to, this is more of a recalling in the moment for your information, so I'm gonna call this more of a wits.
Hello?
What's a cult?
Okay. That's still the same number of dice.
Also, kind of like to give like the difficulty kind of like decrease a really, really good reasoning. I'm trying to remember off of my years of experience
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
she's trying to remember off of, hey, I read that in a book.
Yeah, that's a little easier to sort through. That's the reason I'm just calling it wits.
So I got 4 exactly.
All right. So you. Here's the problem, though, is like shit like this.
I
would
don't
not
have to
be-
get exactly like what type of clan, but like
Well, the thing is that like, I'll admit it's a vampire out of universe. Yes. In universe, though, if you had a book that actually explained how vampires really worked, your family would be murdered.
oh yeah, well obviously.
Or be a family of individuals steeped in the occult.
Yeah, but this is held by one guy. I'm pretty sure an
It could
entire
be-
cult of vampires could kill your dad. A singular
It
hunter.
could- It could still be I have a little bit of false information. My character is trying to get the real information.
That's fair. Well, okay.
But
Putting through some different info, you do sort of think about it, and it's not the most common trope, but you've definitely seen the trope of the sort of psychic-ish vampire.
my character's like, oh, you are. Oh, that's so cool. Can I ask you about some information?
She just looks at you and says, if you would like to live, and without grabbing her phone, she just raspy voice, if you, like, I can't really do a deaf voice very well, but she, like, speaks in that sort of tone. If you wish to live to tomorrow, you ask me no questions.
Not even one?
None.
Fuck.
I will make a singular exception for you. Find me the tape, deal with Cropsy, and I will forget this.
I think that sounds like a pretty
Yes.
good deal to me.
Fine.
The tape. There is more than one. The first is for me. The second will help you.
Montgomery, show us the way.
My boy gets to the place and says, behind that desk, and starts leaving. As in,
She
like,
goes.
walking away so that
She holds up a finger for you.
plausible deniability.
She like nods her head as she goes down, and you see her go for a bit before she seemingly picks open the lock, and comes up a little bit later to find you, as she holds out one tape that is labeled DMP Propsy, and then the number marking 1.
Is it a VHS tape or is it like some?
It is a literal VHS tape.
Oh, we don't have any of those. We're gonna have to wait till morning to fucking buy one of those, unless there's an overnight fucking shop to buy from.
She shrugs her shoulders, but as she's about, and turns around to leave. But as she's about to, she stops for a moment. Okay, I kind of want Igor to be here to hear this line.
Out of character, I do need to make a willpower difficulty 3 to not go nut. I forgot I have the knowledge hungry.
Oh, yeah.
So do I. Fuck it.
So I guess both of you need to make the check. We'll say that interaction was quick enough so she could get out of there, but now that she's stopping for a moment.
Yeah.
Let me find the fucking thing for.
3. Okay, so I got 6 dice to roll. Well, I failed.
Jesus. How do you spell knowledge real quick?
KNWLEDGE. OWLEDGE.
Indeed. .com.
That's where I apply to my jobs.
By the way, out of 6 dice that I rolled, I only succeeded with 1.
Why is knowledge hungry not seem to come up when I type it in?
It's in the vampires, not in the hunters.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah,
I did let you
I
take
know
flaws
why.
from vampires that just seemed relevant.
Yeah.
Ah, I see why.
Especially
went to the
since
wrong
Player's
book.
Guide specifically denotates things that, like,
I didn't say vampires. I think mine's just like random, like fucking conspiracy theorists shit. And
Well,
I
okay,
asked
it's
them a
not.
question,
To
so.
be fair, from my understanding, it's not. It's just general.
At character creation, pick a topic that your character desires to study.
What?
Yeah.
What was the topic you picked, Beth?
The occult.
Conspiracy
fuck.
theory stuff.
Man,
So
that
I'm
makes
fine.
it way. That's just that. Wow, you made this. You shot yourself in the foot to start, huh, Beth?
I did.
We like to have this difficulty
I-
set
I
to
have-
hard.
I have occult,
Katie's
knowledge
not
hungry
gonna
occult,
die.
and,
She's
and
gonna get
transparent.
horribly injured, almost die, and then her dad's just gonna drag her back to Maine.
My
So- Yeah. So you failed.
This bitch is
Can-
just gonna die.
can I? Oh God.
Good question. Can one of our characters react fast enough to grab her mouth to shut her up?
Well, what are you trying to ask? I have a way of dealing with this. It just might not be the most pleasant for Katie.
That's why I suggested one of our characters be fast enough.
So
Uh,
if they're not fast enough, I'm going to be asking. I know. Well, she's gonna say. I know you said I shouldn't ask, but also, what's it like to die?
So. Okay,
Beth.
so, I'm going to ask
Beth.
for a
You fucking cunt!
dexterity. Just a dexterity athletics versus dexterity athletics for Beth's ability to either dodge out of the way or talk fast enough versus whoever tries
You
to
guys
grab
are
her.
lucky.
I am not going to let everyone do this though. If
I'm
everyone
too
tries
far
to get
away.
on top of each other, you're all just
I
gonna get.
thought we
each
were
other.
all like within a visage of each other because
Yeah, but like
We are
if you
still
all
within-
die for her at the same time, that's
yeah.
gonna cause.
I'm more talking about
trouble.
Ethan saying he's not close enough because I'm pretty sure after that entire thing we just followed each other. But
I
What?
was. Yeah.
Ethan,
There was a small time skip implied.
Yeah.
what's your strength?
well, no, it's dexterity
It's
athletics.
Ah,
I have 4.
who's got the
What?
highest dex between each other?
My dex is 2,
But what's
What's your
his-
athletics?
3.
So that's 5 total.
So yeah, you beat me.
Sure, I'll roll, I guess.
And his strength's probably gonna come into effect if he's trying to get the bitch off of them.
By the way, my character doesn't
fails.
have any malicious like reasoning for it. It is.
We are aware.
literally
It is
Just
She's-
curiosity.
curiosity. And she's very transparent, and it's really bad.
Oh,
0 successes.
you can reroll, but because she has shittier than you, so as long as you at least get.
Well, I only rolled 2, so.
So it's either you let this play out, Steven, or you reroll. Either one of the two.
I'm thinking. I mean, sure, I'll just go ahead and use a willpower.
Sorry,
I
guys.
got 1 anyway.
So she looks and says, she looks, sighs, and types on her phone. I'll talk with you in private.
Yay!
She beckons with her hand for you to follow.
I start to go follow like an idiot.
Katie,
What?
You're following a vampire alone.
Do you remember why you left
She
your
twitches.
hometown?
Don't say what she is out loud, please.
Whatever she is, alone. Bad.
Yes, but at the same time, she
Katie.
seems different.
Katie.
What?
She's not.
He just gives you a look.
But I need to know.
Ethan's
I
head
can-
is just down.
She types again. I promise to just talk.
See? She's promising.
Then I'll go along. Is that fine?
She looks for a second. She looks for a second and thinks before nodding her head.
Give me the tape before you go, Montgomery.
I get the tape.
Just in case some shit happens.
But she does stop for a moment and say, and like, type out one last thing for all of you. I think I know who this message was for, finally. Do not trust a tyrannical god of freedom.
Oh.
Huh.
Ethan just immediately just sits down and puts his back against the wall and just.
Man's just like, fuck, more omens. Fuck you.
Say it one more time.
Do not trust a tyrannical god of freedom.
That's only one thing that we know of, but I think that's a cue for those three to go and have their talk while the other three are sitting, waiting for them to return.
Yes.
So, we follow this probably Malkavian.
You follow along with her. As she stops for a second. And looks towards Montgomery in particular and beckons him closer with her hand.
She beckons him what?
Closer.
Closer. Like, she's
Closer?
basically saying,
Okay.
come a little closer.
Hi there.
She then leans forwards. How tall is Montgomery again?
I believe he's around 6.
She's a little shorter than you, so she's around, not a little, she's a bit shorter than you. She's around 5'5", so she gets slightly on her tippy toes as she whispers in your ear.
That's that
Perfect
timing.
timing.
And she sneezes in your ear.
You have snot in your ear
It's
now.
really
God.
gross. She whispers in your ear.
That hurts so much.
She whispers in your ear, trying her best at volume control, which I'm gonna do an actual roll for real quick.
Are they far enough away that we can't hear them?
Oh, they're quite far away.
Yeah, that's the point, yeah.
The point was so that no one else could hear.
Are you? Because the camera should be back on by now.
Yeah. But
I-
you gotta remember, she managed to get in here while dodging the cameras in the first place.
So she probably
Yeah.
chose a place, and we're just sitting there waiting for our friends to come back, which they don't know what that's for. So.
Let me see
Also,
here.
I finally did something interesting. Yay!
Beth, could you give me a wits awareness real quick?
Sure. Ooh. 4. That's the max I can get without getting a natural crit.
So that is just one below what she got. So what I'm gonna say is you can sort of hear murmurs, but you can't make out exact words. You do know that she's saying something to him specifically.
Wait, could any of us try that as well or no?
You are again really far away.
Ryan, we cannot interact with this.
Yes, this is a scene between them two.
My bad. Jesus. I just got back. My bad.
To be fair, this all started with them leaving. That started after we got back.
Other way.
Give me a second.
Well, I
Is this going to be a
assume
whisper or a capital W whisper to my DMs?
It's probably a capital W whisper to your
Listen.
DMs.
Is it going to be a whisper or are my ears off?
She just explains everyone in the fucking local Camarilla to me.
Oh my god, that would be so messed up.
Funny thing is, vampires have just done that sometime. It never ends well for anyone.
Rattle me bones.
No, Mr. Jones, don't.
Why did you have to make it right?
Why not?
That's fair.
It's
Whispers, whispers, whispers.
But by the way, Reese, you're 100% correct. A second another riddle or another like speaking in like a different language other than giving the direct, just Ethan went, "Come on."
So she starts to slowly pull away from you, Montgomery, while like looking at you, just making sure as she slowly backs up and then turns around to Katie.
That was an intense interaction.
It was very intense.
She looks up from your lips and makes direct eye contact with you.
Oh shit.
We can direct.
Me or her?
With
You look at me.
with Beth, with Katie.
Is she gonna roll a?
Well, what I'm gonna say is, can you give me an intelligence plus resolve?
Yes, I can.
I love this game.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 8 dice.
And your character is aware that vampires do have the forgetty juice, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
How?
forgetty juice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got
They try to do it on me, and then that's right.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8.
So, the very, very intelligent woman that is Katie could just go, "Huh? What happened?"
Huh? What happened? I
Why
got
are
an
we
8,
here?
by the way. Although I have nothing in subterfuge, it's hard for me to lie.
What did you get?
8. I natural critted.
She stares into your eyes, an ever so slight glow behind them. But
Can I say
I'm pretty sure you know if dominate fails. I don't think that's a thing you can just lie
You're
about
aware.
and internally know that.
That's how they know that they've been trying to dominate you.
What I'm saying is even the vampire knows if dominate fails.
Oh.
Do they?
I would assume so.
I believe so. Let me double check.
Because it says the human knows how to. I would believe the fucking vampire
I mean,
would.
as a player, you would know because you just know if your dice roll fails or not.
Yeah, so I would think the vampire would. I feel like that makes sense.
I think we've all
Would it be
as a
also
group
funny
have
if they
played it.
didn't?
Actually,
as a-
I don't think they actually do know. I think what happens is I think it depends on the other person's reaction.
Let me check.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
then they'll know because Katie's a fucking
Without-
glass pane.
specifically without aspects. It's hard to tell if you looking in their eyes, using dominate, and saying "forget" has actually worked.
To be fair, it was more than forget.
Ah, so the 3-dot ability.
Yeah. She specifically was trying to say, you don't remember me being a vampire, I'm a psychic.
Oh.
Did it work on Monty?
She's not trying to dominate Monty.
I'm the problem child here.
Fair enough.
Even the supernatural's just like, okay, maybe we need to reset this woman.
Before she gets
That's
herself
really
killed,
funny.
she still has a sphinx on her leg. No,
That's
no,
really
no, on
funny.
her ribs. Not leg. That was.
Woo.
You see, it worked, but it only like erased her favorite color or whatever.
Oh lord. What a weird ass session we've had today.
No, even if they can't tell normally, my character is going to make a
Yeah.
comment that,
What was that?
like, did you just try and you tried to erase my mind?
With a pouty
How
face.
dare!
Montgomery just pinching the bridge with his nose.
Just let it happen, says the vampire.
I look to the vampire and just say, I will smack sense into her.
She is
Or make it so
living-
that she can't go out in public.
She is a living liability. If I allow her to live, I will die.
I won't say anything to anyone, I promise.
She doesn't even know your name.
I really
this
don't
is
know
out of
your
character.
To be fair, if this vampire attacks, we'll be forced to attack, which case you might die anyways. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation at this point.
It really is.
God, we need fucking panic buttons.
You know,
We'll
Max, get on
tell
it.
Max to make it. Because he ain't thinking about that yet. Because he's trying to deal with other shit that he's trying to make.
She thinks for a moment before she looks at Monty and
We are not-
types again. 2
We are not-
days. You have 2 days to operate in New York. If you do not leave before that is finished, I will use the full extent of my power to eliminate all of you. Or you must make sure that she cannot speak of it. Not that she simply won't.
I'm right here, you know.
I'm aware.
I will see what I can do.
If you eliminate Cropsy, if you eliminate Cropsy before that time is done, I will make sure this is all covered as best I can.
He gives a nod.
Why can't we be friends?
I put a hand on this individual's shoulder and say, I don't want to fight the Mafia. It is very clear by the look on his face, he does not mean Mafia.
Yeah. She just... She looks at Katie before saying... Blood of before she types out, the blood of kings has ruled longer than you or I.
Ooh. Okay. I guess. I'll try and figure out what that means.
She sighs before typing again. There are rules and laws which I cannot break.
Right.
My boy drags you to the RV.
Do you actually say that?
Yeah.
What did she say?
I have more questions. You see this woman get that feral look in her eyes again?
She failed to save.
She,
Oh no.
she like looks at Montgomery just like,
Montgomery's already punching Katie in the face.
Look, I have high intelligence, but like,
do you?
This is typical of people with
it's
high
not.
intelligence in
It's
real life.
not the same as wits.
I'm book smart, not street smart.
Yeah.
She can force her way through it, but she can't finesse her way through it.
Nope.
So,
I'm
you
a
guys-
genius, but
What's
I'm
your
autistic.
composure?
Yeah,
What's
composure
your
tends to be the
composure?
more important thing for being able to control your...
3. It's not bad, but it's not.
That's really good compared to the average person.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should actually be able to relatively control yourself.
Okay, fine.
No, hey, it's your characterization, I understand.
Well, if I, yeah.
The
I don't
punch
think there's
reminded
any-
her of her
I will
charisma
point out
stats.
she did fail miserably on
she
her
did.
on her flaws, so I'm going with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, Max says, well, I don't think there's any fucking stores open this late due to, the Rona existing, deleting half those from existence. So, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then we'll go get a tape recorder. Tape,
Right.
fucking VHS player.
Alright, we still got a good bit of time, so I'm just gonna ask if anyone wants to do anything before they go to sleep, and then we'll just get up the next morning and y'all can do more stuff.
I have one question.
Yes.
Reese, what does Monty do to Katie?
Drag her into the back area of the fucking RV and let loose.
What is
Verbally.
Okay.
Maybe a couple slaps if she tries
You
to
mean-
talk back.
You mean the
Whoa!
you mean the secret door entrance that you unlocked? Oh, because the back area is my sleep area.
Full back to the garage or mostly back?
Garage.
A garage
Entering
is
through
where
like the
JD
car
sleeps.
thing.
You could go into
I
your
don't care.
You could just take me to my room and do it.
Fair.
Jesus Christ.
Either way,
On
brings
tech.
you to a spot that no one else is, and everyone hears the yelling.
I thought she hit boyfriend.
Nowadays.
You think that's what? You know what? Whatever. I'm too tired for this.
That was a joke.
After-
Jesus Christ.
After smack talking this woman for probably 30 minutes straight, my boy exits and says, "We have 2 days to operate. The Camarilla will come after us afterwards."
Great. Great. That's
Monty
time.
is just gonna go to his fucking room and fucking seethe.
Steve Boyle.
Seethe cope.
Max is going to
yes.
sleep. He isn't going to do anything else.
Yeah, what is everybody doing?
Well, those two... Well, Montgomery said what he was doing. So...
Late night researching.
I do actually want, before we cut away from that, like, even if we don't go into detail, I do want to know what Montgomery and Katie are actually feeling. Like, how exactly I'm not going to make any rolls for this. I just want to know, like, what was the way you worded this? What was the way you were trying to present it? Like, tone-wise.
Extremely worried friend getting angry and cussing their friend out for going up to the equivalent of, like, in the 1920s, a literal mobster and saying, "Hey, I know all the crime things you do. You're a mobster, right?" While there's potentially cops around.
Technically, we are the cops.
No, we're not.
Well, sort of. We're like,
No.
we're like.
We're a roving band of serial killers.
Well, no. It's like, we're like the guys that put like, we're the guys that
We're
put,
vigilantes.
no, my brain's dying. We're like mall cops.
Mall cops.
Mall cops don't rock with this type of fucking vibe.
Either way.
Okay, what are Ethan and Igor doing before bed?
I would have actually liked to.
No. Yeah, what? But I do actually want to ask. Sorry, go.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Well, I wanted to ask Katie how she feels after the, like, very intense yelling session where, like, you actually did, from the sounds of it, get physically hit if you tried to talk back.
She only tried to talk back once, and afterwards, I assume she was able to win against the flaw at some point.
Yeah. I would say after that long and having it drilled into you the importance of don't fuck with vampires.
Yeah. She's upset, obviously, because she still didn't get what knowledge she wanted. But at the same time, she's like, fine.
And I will point out, at the very end of it, Monty is not actually, like, permanently angry, and he realizes that he did say, "I will tell you exactly whatever we find in the future is. I will tell you exactly what that woman was. As long as you don't fucking yell it at people."
I also do want to step in here for a second and say, for having very specifics like that, even like the Camarilla, I would like you to just check before you just say your character knows it. Not necessarily saying your character can't know it, just like, check in with me first.
Alright.
If it hasn't been a pre-established thing that your character knows. So, like, I'm gonna say more retroactively, like you would say something like the vampires.
I believe he's used the word Camarilla in the past. And
It's been so long with this campaign, I have zero clue.
yeah.
I don't remember.
I mean, I don't think it came up. We only just learned that they were vampires at the ass end of that arc. So I don't think you would have said Camarilla at all. But either way.
Especially since you guys were more thinking they were Sabat most of the time, out of character.
Okay, now everyone else. Ethan, go.
Yeah, Ethan, sorry.
Kind of wanted to do something in the building. We're way past that.
I mean, you're still in the building. That's where the car is parked.
It's true.
So while the yell fest is happening, my character just gets up and leaves.
Fair enough. Where are you going?
He just kind of... He's gonna out himself real quick as he goes up to each of the cameras that he could see and just looks up and points at it and goes to another one, points at it.
Yeah.
You're just flexing the fact that you know where all the cameras are.
And then when he gets to the
Sure.
last one, he looks up at it. And he just waves as in he's saying goodbye.
Edgy.
He pretty much just,
Yeah?
he threatened without speaking.
Can you
Edgy.
please
No.
give me a manipulation intimidation?
I hope you're good at that, Steven.
I sure am.
Okay.
No, I sure ain't.
Oh,
I just
Oh.
got two. I just got two.
Oh no.
He's still gonna do it.
How do you not have intimidation? Your character seems like they should.
I put it into driving instead of intimidation.
Oh.
Fair
fair
enough.
enough.
Fair enough.
Because
For
I had
this one,
such a
I
feeling that
actually
none
like
of
what
us
you're
would
doing.
have any
I'm
driving.
gonna be real with you. I like what you're doing enough. I'm just gonna give you 2 additional dice.
It's funny.
So yeah, 4 overall. Let's go.
Because I just kind of want this to succeed.
Ooh,
Corey.
oh wait, is this a Corey?
No.
Oh, so you can pop that
We already
without
popped
any
that, though.
consequence.
Cool.
Nah.
You know, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just 3.
And you said you went right to bed, Max.
Mm-hmm.
I know Monty said he did late night research, so we'll get to you in a second. Igor.
Yeah, given what happened and like being told we only have 2 days, Igor is also going to spend a bunch of time researching.
All right. I don't think you guys have the collaborative research perk, so you guys will have to do it separately.
That's totally fine because I have a feeling we're going to do 2 separate things.
Well,
If
actually, that is-
if Monty wants to go first, I'm more than happy to do that.
I actually want to check before I have you guys do it separately, just to see what are you guys researching specifically.
Monty?
I'm specifically researching the areas and places that the slasher has targeted.
All right.
So you're going for
Seeing-
like
Basically,
Lo-
seeing if I can
location.
get the information for,
The specific places because we know like
Alright.
the
yeah, to
area.
triangulate where it might actually hit.
maybe it's attacking a certain population or ethnicity or something like that, or a certain part of the bourbon or the borough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever that street is.
Good idea.
Because it might be this type of ethnicity, but it also might be like in this 3-block area, you know?
Yeah. Mine is going to be, I think, a little more broad, but somehow more specific. I want to see if I can find a way to get police reports, anything on the news, like specific, like down to like the local newspaper, on the specifics of what's been going on. Like, I want to know possibly who's been attacked and if there's a correlation between victims.
Alright.
Okay, I can see how you can get the newest newspaper. There's probably something in the building, but where are you gonna get older ones? Because nothing's open.
Digital archives.
We have a computer.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You built it.
Although, assumably, actually, you guys would need to. Oh Jesus.
You can look at that later.
I mean, if we have the technology to hack into cameras that are wireless.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to think if you guys have more than one computer. That was my real question, because you guys presumably would both be using the computer for research.
My character has a laptop. If they want
At the very least, I have a laptop because I have to communicate with my editor.
Yeah, neither of you were looking up information that's like secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mostly just finding and getting to like the websites and stuff. It seems.
The correct
So what-
ones, anyways.
Yeah. I basically I'm my brain is literally just asking anything that lets me use my wits. 'Cause that's all I'm good at.
Alright. Uh,
'Cause I
What's the
feel like
roll?
we need.
so I am going to tell you guys something before you commit to this.
Yeah.
If you guys are researching all night, I'm going to assume that you are going to get little to no sleep.
Mhm.
And I'm going to put a minor penalty on you guys, with a -1 to all mental and social dice pools. The next day.
Makes sense.
I'm just asleep in the
I just
car.
want you guys to know about that before you commit to doing it.
The rolls that matter, I have enough dice for it to be okay, and I think everybody else everyone else covers up the places where I am not so proficient. So I think I'm okay with that.
Katie, for once, is not researching anything.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with it.
All right.
What is research?
He's just here to punch. All right. So, you guys are okay committing to that, knowing the penalty?
I think so.
Sure.
I am.
Yeah. You guys aren't vampires. You do need sleep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yes.
To be fair, they're forced to sleep. What are you talking about?
To be fair, even if you do get the ability to be up day and night as a vampire, you still need to sleep. That's just part of the rules.
What we rolling, boss man?
So I am going to for Monty, I am going to call his thing. For both of you, it's going to be a resolve something, I'll just say first of all.
Fudge!
That's just how I'm sorry, that's how research rolls work, man. You guys don't have the minus to dice yet, though, I should know. That will apply tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Academics research?
Academics journalism?
Academics journalism for you, I totally see.
Or even resolve investigation with deduction, maybe? Because I'm trying to deduce a link.
I would say in this case, resolve academics journalism, because you're literally just... you know what? No, deduction makes sense here.
Let's go! Okay. I'm back.
As
We're
for
still back.
you, I can see the argument for that. Yeah, there's not really... what'd you say? What'd you say for yourself, Reese, again? Resolve, investigation, research?
Resolve academics research, because he's mostly going to be going to library, poring over books, and in a separate book,
that's not
setting
actually really
everything.
going to work. It's really late. Most of the libraries are closed, first of all. And secondly, actually, like, physically looking over like, corresponding between maps and stuff, that's going to be more in newspaper archives, which, first of all, can be accessed digitally. Like I said, most libraries will be closed.
Fair enough.
So I would probably either count that as a resolve technology, because this is not books your father would have on hand. Or I could possibly count it as a... I just don't think it'd particularly be academics in your case. Resolve investigation or resolve technology. I'll let you do either.
I'll do technology.
Alright. Yeah, sorry, most libraries are closed. Like I said.
You good?
Yeah. So,
How many dice do you need? Because if it's technology, maybe what we can... I would be willing to take a -1 because I have 8 dice I get to roll for this. I'd be willing to take a -1 if he needs to use the computer more. If we have a shared computer that, like you were saying.
I think you have your personal laptop.
Okay.
This is me just double checking. This is all happening at night, right?
Yes.
All right. Thumbs up.
Yes. And my
Night into the
boy
morning.
is going to use willpower.
Oh, you have a good point. I have willpower. Good idea. Let's see if that fixes
Did you
things.
forget?
I forgot.
For,
I never.
for both of you, it's going to be a bit of a different thing. Since yours is much broader, I'm gonna make your difficulty higher. Ryan.
Okay, there.
Oh,
Ryan.
that's actually fine because after the willpower, that's 10 successes.
Well, I was gonna say difficulty 6. And then for you, Reese, it's gonna be difficulty 5.
All right.
Did you forget the willpower exists? Says to the guy that constantly gets like 8 successes.
Yeah, to be fair, I always try to roll with as many dice as possible so that I always can get as many as possible. It's the little rolls that I'm like, if he at any point, if Kai asked for stealth, I would have just balled up in a corner and cried.
10.
Stealth? What's that? I have no stealth.
Did we both? Wait, we
Okay.
both rolled 10? Let's go.
So
And crit.
Same.
Hey! Did you also
Yeah.
have an extra crit dice?
I did.
Hey!
I
We
didn't
both
use
just
it.
come back home groggy and exchange notes and it's the exact same shit.
Aw.
again, you guys probably were in the RV the whole time, so it's more just like I picture you guys in the same room, slowly zombifying as you just stare at screens.
You're drinking the death coffee.
Yeah.
We need it.
I think
So-
there was like a couple more sips.
Okay, so here's what I will say to Reese first. You notice that he attacked in sort of patterns around the different time periods that he appeared. Back in the 60s, he seemed to primarily be in the Bronx. And then when he reappeared in the 2000s, give me a second to double check something before I say where he was. Need to double check a real world fact. He seemed to specifically be attacking Lower Manhattan. Very specifically with that crit, you would notice it was right around the areas that were. No, actually, sorry, I'm messing up my own timeline here. He attacked again in the 90s. Still in the Bronx, but a little bit more specifically focused in certain areas that had heavy ethnic populations. And this time around, it is incredibly focused just on AL Street. Or that street I said earlier. I think it was AL, right?
Yeah, I believe it was AL.
It seems to really just be focused on just this street this time. It's extremely targeted.
All right.
But it always seems like he's operated vaguely around. Then Ryan, for your role, you do see it's scattered. It's very sparse, but you were able to gather information about various hook hand killers. You do have to go slightly more tabloid than newspaper for some of them.
I'm a little upset by that, but okay.
But you find it, and you particularly notice that there was a odd thing in the case of ethnic people being attacked. The killer was reported as being a very pale white person, and in the case of more white people being attacked, non-immigrants particularly, they were described as being varying ethnicities, but never white.
So wait, sorry, non-immigrants. So it's just not white people is the major thing, right?
Basically, like, not. So it doesn't seem to discriminate between immigrant, a non-immigrant, ethnic, but or non-ethnic. But you do notice that for like ethnic immigrants, it seems to appear as a white person, and for non-ethnic whites, it seems to appear as various ethnicities.
Oh, so like the killer is never like
Looking
the same.
At the exact
It never looks. They never.
Yes,
look,
but there does seem to be the consistent pattern that it appears as a
As the
white
opposite.
person to ethnic populations, and it seems to be a bit more random, but it seems no, it doesn't seem random. That's not the right word. If you connect the time periods like you did now, it was always whatever the biggest immigrant population was at the time. And there's a lot of, particularly in the tabloids, you notice there's a lot of and like paranoia. Like you notice amongst the tabloids, it's like, oh, the immigrants are going to cause problems. This is part of them. Or you notice like in the in a kind of like one of the sources you get is a left-wing zine from the 90s that claims that this Cropsey person is a white supremacist.
Okay, guys. But none of them. But it's not like there's no like clear line of like who he's attacked, of this person's attacking.
Yeah, but there is some commonalities to his description. They are described as having a hook for a hand and wearing a black raincoat. No matter what the weather was.
This is so I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they operate primarily in the Bronx, and they seem to have an inconsistent appearance. Well, consistently inconsistent appearance.
Consistently inconsistent appearance. That's maybe shapeshifter? Like
Or
it's
could be two people.
is there I know I'm asking a lot. Is there a way for me to like deduce that it's possibly someone trying to stir up like almost like a race war?
That's too hard to tell from the evidence you have on hand. It's certainly a possibility.
I'm gonna put that in my little notes.
I will say the only thing you have that makes you think maybe it's not that is they do rest at various time points. They've only like popped up and gone inactive at various points.
Do you bring up that possibility to Monty when it pops up towards the middle?
Maybe I might mention it as like an offhand, like this is entirely not possible. Like it's possible. It might not be possible. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe a race war.
Out of character. I was more talking about the shapeshifter thing.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I mentioned that beforehand as a reference to.
Yeah.
He looks over to you and says, motive, we still don't know other than possibly just to kill people. I'm thinking not shapeshifter, but instead maybe a possessed or cursed item that when people use it, basically somehow switches hands.
Well, I mean, it's in the Bronx. So.
Or maybe make someone
there
that
is a
hates...
There's a large warehouse and dock district
Hear me
in
out.
the Bronx, right?
Hear me out, Igor. What if it uses you to kill someone, then calls out to another person to try to kill you? And it's basically just trying to get as many people killed as possible that way.
Well, if that's the case, then if that's like you use it to kill someone and you call on someone else to come and kill you, wouldn't there be, in theory,
it basically
it
calls people who hates the current user who is also extremely racist and tries to kill with it.
I would want to ask with that theory. This is more just me pointing out a fact that you have. How would that explain the long periods of rest?
It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's a working theory.
Yeah, and also, you guys do know that due to the last session that this is meant to cause fear among the masses. So.
Oh yeah. And if that were the case, in theory, wouldn't some of the victims be linked more closely?
Not necessarily.
I mean,
it might be linked by how close they live together.
Yeah. Do I know? Well, I mean, they live in the Bronx. But there's no commonality there, right, between victims, from what I could tell? Like, their victims are truly random in that regard?
It did seem to be mostly random.
Maybe after it builds up enough fear, it goes dormant because it can just feed off of it at that point?
Like the Stephen King novel?
Sort of. Wait, which one?
It.
Sorta. Hopefully not an
you also know
interdimensional
from-
fucking spider demon.
You also know that from the fucking vampire that it's born and risen again or some shit, like a phoenix.
Oh, like a
that's
phoenix.
That's how she
Oh
said it.
god, I phrased that so bad. Okay, I will be honest.
Okay.
I'll just level with you. The reason I rephrased it was fear was not meant to refer to it literally.
I also missed some of that dialogue.
Alright, never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm saying too much directly anyways.
This is part of the fun of Hunter, Kai, is the players trying to figure it out.
I know. I just don't want to feel like I completely misled you guys as well.
This is odd. Because if it is a cursed item, right? Because if that's the commonality theme, then maybe it's just... maybe the person it kills comes back to life and kills... And then it's like a zombie situation, but that's weird.
Maybe?
Also, I don't want to rush you guys, but I do know that there's a couple other things that some people want to get to before we have time.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. If that's all the information we get, that's all the information we get.
That's all the information you get for right now.
Okay.
Katie,
Yes.
you said I saw your DM.
Thank you.
So you have settled yourself into the far back of the RV,
Yeah.
into your room. They're very distracted with their research, so they wouldn't really overhear you. As
I call my dad.
the phone rings for a bit before you hear your dad pick up. Katie, sweetie, it's really late.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, darling, what's up?
I don't know. I just wanted to talk to someone. I had an argument with the people I'm traveling with. I did
What was
something
it about?
stupid. Well, I got a little bit too into wanting to know about things again. And
What was it this
may have-
time?
I promised I wouldn't say exactly what it is.
I think you can tell your pops of all people.
Mm. Let's just say we could be in trouble again.
He goes silent. How much trouble?
We've got 2 days to leave the city.
Told you that.
Person that we were talking with, that I asked too many questions to.
There's a long period of silence over the phone. And before I just hear him chuckle. And who says they have that authority?
Some people, I guess.
You're being very vague here.
I want to tell you, but I can't. I just wanted to vent a little. That's all.
In danger?
Possible, yeah.
There's another period of silence. I'm going to speak with an associate of mine. He has connections in New York.
Probably not the best idea. No one else should get involved, Dad.
I'm sure he'll have the proper influence.
I highly doubt that, Dad.
Just trust your old man here.
Dad, really, seriously, I don't
Oh,
want
God,
them to
there's
get
so much
hurt
alike.
either. Yes,
I
Dad.
am not going to allow my daughter to die.
I'm not
allow me
going
to
to
do this.
die. If anything, we're just gonna leave the city in 2 days.
if it's anything like the people I've been made to interact with, their promises can only go so far.
As far as she's aware, he's just a businessman, right?
Yeah, so so there's the layer there that he might just be talking about. He has talked in the past about how he's had very intense debt collectors, and he's even, like, in quiet moments admitted that he's trying to you.
Hmm.
I'll leave it up to you whether or not Katie would just go with that assumption or be a bit more suspicious.
Honestly, she honestly thinks he works with the mob.
I mean, he's
Like
straight up
a
told
legitimate
you that.
mob. Yeah.
Straight up, he's told you that.
Yeah. She's like, Dad, I don't think the mob can help.
Well, who are you in trouble with if not the mob? He says with, like, a slight chuckle.
Just some bad people, that's all.
Okay.
Out of
Well-
character, I like the fact that she's very having a hard time coming up with excuses.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because no stealth and no subterfuge.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, dice being rolled.
It sounded like a lot.
It did.
Huh. Well, can I get a wits insight from you?
Yeah, of course you can. That's 6 dice for me. Okay.
Yep.
Is this a poppable or is it Corey related?
Yeah, it is, I'm going to say in this case, quarry.
Which means I can still technically pop it. Just
Yeah, but you might just increase danger.
Mm-hmm. Add a character. Should I pop or no? I only have two successes so far.
Sound like Kai rolled a lot, so I don't think that crit will matter much. Unless you get a crit
Okay.
itself.
Got it. So, just 2.
Give me a second here to double check something.
Hello?
Hello?
Goodbye? Goodbye, hello?
What happened?
Not
Were we
much.
just that quiet, or did I bug out?
I think we were all
were
just
so
that
quiet.
quiet.
Just that
Well,
quiet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because we were waiting.
what are we waiting on? Because
Someone,
I was just...
someone
Kai?
did
Double check
exit
the-
and re-enter.
I'm double
That was
checking your
me.
roll.
Oh.
Kai was
I was just...
Kai is checking on something because I did
Understood.
rolls.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm looking at how tied contests work.
Oh shit.
Oh.
It says that if the
Pop the
acting
dice.
Here's the thing that I'm confused about. If the acting character rolled equal to or more than the number of successes rolled by the opposing character, the test is a win. How the fuck is acting versus opposing this?
I am
we-
acting to you.
Yeah, I think we are the.
The
we're always
storyteller
the-
contest.
So your
is-
character was rolling against me. I don't even know what the roll was for. So your character wins that.
No. They're in opposition of us, so they're the
The
opposing.
storyteller. Let me read this. The storyteller uses contest to model direct opposition, e.g., hacking monitor system, sneaking past a guard, searching for, or seducing an undercover vice cop. In a contest, the acting character and their opponent each build dice pools. The process does not use the same. Does not define what actor versus opponent is.
I
So
think we are the actors.
Yeah, but in this scenario, I don't know what I'm rolling. I didn't make
Yeah, I
an
guess
action.
you can define her as opposing in the fact the defending one.
Yeah.
The
NPC is technically making the action.
I don't know.
at the moment.
I'm fine with it being
I think it's meaning player is over the thing, because I feel like that's usually most systems is player over DM if it's tied. So.
I know. How does everyone else feel about that?
I think it.
Is this like an insight roll through the phone?
I mean, yes, because tone.
I think that comes. I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the DM's decision if he wants. to roll
You
it
know
that
what?
way.
In this specific case, because both Beth is saying it, and I think it's because Beth is saying it, I think for right now I'm going to do that, but I will double check how it works a little better.
That's how I would play it if I was
Uh,
DMing this, honestly. If that's the way it was worded.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the specific way it says.
Yeah.
So, player characters can definitely engage in contests against each other. The storyteller still determines which character assembles which dice pool. So, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. The way that's describing contests is with the player engaging them. So I think it's whoever engages the contest. Which isn't
Okay.
technically what your father did here. That's how I'm going to rule it from now on. It's whoever engages the contest first. So, in this case, he's going to pass. And he just says to you, I promise, I won't do anything, dear. Just get some actual sleep tonight, okay?
All right.
And then he gives a small, I love you.
Love you too, Dad.
Bye.
Bye.
I need to get some rest.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
I am going to say, just a small camera cutaway as we see him push back in his chair and stare up at the ceiling. And we are getting pretty close to time,
I think that's a great place to end.
so I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.